India has just made a massive move in global trade, slashing its imports from the United States by 60%. This wasn't a rumor or a slow decline. It was bold, swift, and deeply intentional. For years, India and the US maintained a strong trade partnership, but that relationship is now under serious strain. The battlefield has shifted from diplomacy to trade, and India is making its move. This shift didn't happen overnight. Tensions have been building for years. Washington's policies became increasingly unpredictable, with tariff threats, sanctions, and export restrictions piling up. India, determined not to be cornered, chose to act first and act big. It slashed American imports across major sectors like defense, agriculture, tech, and pharmaceuticals. The consequences are already visible. U.S. soybean and corn exports to India are down over 60%. American farmers are losing market share fast, with Brazil and Argentina stepping in to take their place. In the tech space, India has tightened regulations on giants like Google, Meta, and Amazon. New digital taxes and local data storage rules have made the Indian market difficult, even hostile, for U.S. companies. Many of them are now relocating regional operations to Dubai or Singapore. Defense is another critical area of change. India has long tried to balance relationships in global defense, but now it's walking away from U.S. suppliers. Offers for joint manufacturing were declined. Instead, India signed new deals with France, Israel, and even restarted defense talks with Russia, a move that shocked American strategists who once saw India as a key counterweight to China. And it doesn't stop there. India is pulling away from NASA collaborations and expanding space partnerships with France, the UAE, and Japan. At the same time, it's reducing dependence on the US dollar. India has signed local currency trade deals with countries like Russia, UAE, and Indonesia, a major challenge to America's financial dominance. The larger picture is clear. India is building new trade routes with Asia, Africa, the Middle East, and Latin America. It's pushing for independence in all strategic areas, from energy to technology. U.S. officials are scrambling to hold talks, but India seems to have already moved on. The message from New Delhi is loud and clear. India will not depend on any single superpower. This realignment is not just about trade volume. It's about control, respect, and long-term strategy. For decades, India was seen as a reliable U.S. partner. But that narrative was built on American assumptions, not Indian interests. India doesn't want to be a junior partner. It wants to lead. And it's designing a trade model that reflects that ambition. So what happens next? Expect more decoupling in sectors like defense and digital infrastructure. Expect more rupee-based oil deals. Expect new trade corridors through Central Asia and beyond. And if the U.S. doesn't recalibrate quickly, expect American exporters to face more roadblocks. India has made its choice. The big question now is, how will the United States respond? With diplomacy or with punishment? Because either way, the global trade order is changing, and India is already ahead of the curve. Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Do you think India made the right move? Can the U.S. recover this ground? Or is this the beginning of a new world system?